Like,
So introduce yourself to the people.
it's like, what's that game? EA Sports? It's in the
There
game.
it is. It's in the game.
Well, I am totally excited, man. I see my vehicle pulling off.
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Yeah, they going to get a little something for us.
Okay then.
All right. So we
Well,
in good hands.
Great. I'm just making sure ain't nobody else in the vehicle pulling off. Okay.
It's doing the right thing.
Well, I'm extremely excited, man, about allowing to be sitting on the same platform with you.
I appreciate you.
I mean that. Okay.
I appreciate you.
My name
Likewise.
is Eddie Deer the second, so there must be an Eddie Deer the first.
Must be.
Yeah. I'm not a junior, so I'm a second. Okay.
There it is.
And I'm from over in Rankin County.
All right.
Everybody got a name, they call it Stankin' Rankin or whatever.
Stankin' Rankin, yeah, a little some of
All
this,
that kind of stuff over there. But guess what? It smells good to me. Okay.
I think they just call it that.
I know that. Well, my family's been there since 1892 in the same spot, bro. You hear me?
So you must have some land.
I do.
Okay.
And I want to share it with my people.
Okay.
So I'm just excited to be here with you today, and I'm gonna let you shoot me some questions, man. And we've been knowing each other for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And again, all jokes aside, I am so excited about, brothers sitting at the table talking.
Okay.
Stuff happens when we talk.
Now here's the first question I got for you.
Okay.
Where you been for so long?
Oh, where I've been for so long. I've been out of the game, out of the box for a minute, right?
Well, I'm not gonna say that. I just want to know what you've been doing with yourself, man.
I've been on the Wounded Reserve list. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Now, some folks get beat up in a football game, right?
Uh-huh.
Some folks get beat up in the pool hall.
Sure right.
I got beat up on the ranch, bro.
On the ranch.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. It was my ranch, and it was my calf that beat me up.
Well,
There's a difference.
You were where you were supposed to be.
Back in around 2015, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a ranch, 3D Farms, out in Rankin County. Again, on that same family land that we've had since the 1800s. So I was raised up in a different culture, all right? I remember when I used to go to Jackson State University, to D I love, right? And folks would pick at me, man. They'd be like, where your cows at? I say, at home. They were trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew they were trying to be funny, right?
Right.
Where your horses at? I said, at home, right? Now they trying to say, you got any land for sale? I said, it ain't for sale, but you can buy some.
Now let me ask you something on that level.
Okay.
We came up around the same type of people.
Yeah.
You got it a little worse than I did. When they was asking you those questions and trying to be funny at that, and now it's a need for it.
Well.
What's the first thing goes through your head?
Well, let me go back a step. Out on the ranch.
Uh-huh.
I like to be able to say, we can have that.
Right.
That's where we come from.
That's where we
See, back in the day, they had a houseboy.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
They had a field boy.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch this history. If they had one that worked cattle, what did they call him, Black? What's natural? A cowboy.
That's.
Huh? I did some sensitivity study with the FBI for the state of Mississippi.
Right.
And I got books. I'd love to share them with people so they'll understand. During cowboy days, that was us.
Right.
Bill Pickett, that's real. So sometimes we step away from our history. That wasn't John Wayne. That was John Earl Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
You follow me so far?
I got you.
So I was out there with them calves. One of them kicked me with an injury. And I got, I had to have surgery. That's why I'm wearing these glasses out here today. And some things happened after that. So I kind of got out of the loop for a while, out of the business, out of the politics, everything, and let God do his healing work on me.
Okay. And
that's where I've been. And guess what? We're back now. And with brothers like you, we shaking the ground, man.
I'm very thrilled, man. And I think it was part of the Most High's plan. How we came back in contact with each other, man, was just, it was amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wasn't nothing planned.
Yep.
It just happened.
Yep. Now ask me that question again. How do I feel about it? What was your question again?
How do you feel about it being a joke then, and now it's a need, it's a want, it's a necessity, and then along with that, You said something else to stimulate that question as well about the cowboy, because that's coming back full circle.
All
See, we
around,
used to
man.
be ashamed
Oh,
to
man.
put boots on.
Come on now.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Now we got the Southern Soul Trail Ride
Come
thing.
on now.
And
My boy, Big Yayo.
Yeah. We got folks, man. We got some little babies, man, wearing boots and everything. You couldn't put that on a child, man, a little while ago.
That's where we come from.
You see what I'm saying?
That's our heritage.
That's what I'm talking about.
We carbonated.
That's what I'm talking
Watch
about.
my mouth now. So here's what's happening, man. It was a joke then. It wasn't funny. Because, see, when I grew up out in the country out there in Rankin County, my grandfather put something in me, man, okay?
Right.
See, it's good to have fathers and grandfathers, right?
Absolutely.
It may not be your biological granddaddy.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be your biological daddy.
Right.
But that man that was so into you, that's
Right.
what we want to do. That's what I want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to sow into the young brothers, you know, and share with them, man. So when we know where we come from, we can know where we're going, right?
Yeah.
So that old man used to tell me he couldn't read or write, bro. My D's have an X on them. I want to show them to you sometime. Did you hear what I said?
Just like that.
Just like that. He used to say, boy, I didn't know I had a name till I was 25, because couldn't nobody call me boy but him. Give me something, man. Excuse me.
Hey, man. Hey.
Boy, you know how we are.
Right.
He said, don't leave the land. So, Black, I thought he meant don't go to the store, don't go to school, don't go nowhere. That's not what he meant. He meant your benefit and your blessing is in that dirt.
Keep it.
Huh?
Keep it. Hold on to it.
Because our God ain't making no more.
Right.
So what we're supposed to do now is a compound thing, is pull back together and get that dirt going, because you eat from it. So, me being the slowest out of the bunch, I guess is what you call that. Everybody else went to New York, Chicago. When he said don't leave the land, I didn't leave. So now, we out there, man, and we want to be able to offer a benefit to people who may have left, or maybe they folks didn't get a chance to offer them an inheritance. Our Bible says a good man like yourself leaves an inheritance for what? His children's children.
People.
So your people is my people.
Right.
And we want to show them how we're going to do it. So I'm still out there on the plays, man.
Okay.
If I need to go to town, I'll go to town. If I ain't got no gas, I'll call you.
Okay, so now, what else are you involved with along with that land?
Well, one thing I studied about, you know, and don't get me wrong, you know, I cut my teeth in the commercial insurance industry, you know. I made a lot of revenue in the insurance industry. I tell people today, back when I was coming up, it's like me and you could hustle. We had no quit in us, man. Look,
Right.
what you need me to do? I'll clean your house off, the top with leaves, the bushes, right?
Whatever need to be done.
Whatever need to be done, I'll go do that, right? You know, your yard, let me get it, right? Well, education came along, and a lot of people realized they needed to have education to get these jobs today.
Right.
Ain't no security, man, in no job today. Look at the economy, look at what the world would do out here for you, right?
Right.
So in saying that, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to that root, right? One thing about the ability to plant, eat, and grow, that's a cycle. You got to eat, right? You got to.
Yes, sir.
So I was able to do some checking, and like I said, I owned a commercial insurance company for years, okay? After my injury, I called myself gonna semi-retire, all right? My father told me, said, son, you got two choices. You can rust out or you can wear out. I ain't with the rust out part. Neither are
Right.
you. You don't know how to do that,
Right.
okay? So I ain't gonna do it if you don't do it. So I started looking, and I had some associates, and that's the key thing about relationships, Black. You know, you can't measure a man by his money.
Right.
I made $1.6 million, and my bills was $1.12 million. I was broke on another level. You with me?
People don't see that.
Huh?
People don't see that.
Yeah. So you don't measure a man by that, but you can measure him by his relationships, right? So in Mississippi, it ain't what you know. It ain't even what? Who you know. It's who know you. Am I right or wrong?
Mm-hmm.
See, by me knowing you, that gives me access to some stuff.
Relationships.
But maybe by you knowing me, they give you access. So I had some associates that developed a product about 2000, back in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
There was an amazing soil enhancer that you can put on products that will grow it exponentially, better than fertilizer. Because see, fertilizer will do something to you. You know, just regular fertilizer.
Let me get this straight.
Come on now.
You said better than fertilizer?
better. Now let me tell you what I mean by that. I'm not trying to put nobody out of the business in the fertilizer world, okay?
Right.
But can you say organic?
Organic, man.
Huh?
Organic.
All of us trying to do some organic, man, because we know what the food will do for us today if it's not grown properly, right? So if you can get natural organic that has no pesticides in it, no herbicides, and put that on your tomatoes, the tomato tastes like what in them tomatoes. Greens, okay? Peas, squash, okay? All of that. These people have been in business since 2000. So what I did was I did what you would do. I went and I negotiated with them. And I said, if you all will let me work with you, because I know what you're trying to do, I'll get engaged and I will acquire that company. And I did. So right now, Black, we are the only people that look like you and I that own a organic soil enhancer in the country.
Come on, man.
Stop playing.
Come on.
I can put it up on the screen, but we ain't got no screen, do we? We got a screen, Harley.
You know what? I'm gonna work it in.
All right.
I'm gonna work it in.
Okay.
So, how long ago was this?
Okay, the company started in 2000, okay? Now, they solicited me about 2.5 years ago. Now, why in the world they solicit me, Black?
I'm trying to. I'm
You ready for me to tell you?
I'm still trying to gather everything together.
Watch
but
this
now
right
you
here.
go ahead and let me know.
Watch me look like this. I'm the first minority crop insurance agent in the nation. You lying? Look it up. How did I get that? I was appointed by VLSAC. VLSAC was over the Department of Agriculture.
Spell it.
I can't. What, agriculture or VLSAC?
VLSAC.
I can't spell that big old word, man. Look, I is a college student, but VLSAC.
Okay.
And what I did was when I was able to go, I own a commercial insurance company for years. A lot of folks know me from that, the Deer Group.
Okay.
And you remember the black farmers lawsuit?
Right.
The country got in trouble for that, man. They were called predatory lending. And they're like, man, you saying stuff like that? I ain't scared. I'm not. See, the truth will set you free, that you know, right? I ain't got to pretend. I ain't got no funny business going on. So the government did what they call a predatory lending situation. So the USDA decided to fix it. So they had to diversify. Right now, the USDA has the second largest budget in the nation. I always say this, look it up. So folks holler about what they won't do. You got to have people like you to get information because the federal government has money in it for people that look like you and look like me. But here's what you got to do. You got to know where to look. And what you and I can do is show them where to go look.
Now let me ask you this.
Okay. So by being the first minority crop insurance agent in the nation,
right,
they know I have access to Congress. Relationship.
Yeah.
So when they came to me and said, would you work with us to get us where we can get on a level playing field, I said, absolutely right. See, we didn't come through years of slavery being dumb. We had to think, brother.
Absolutely.
Did we not?
Absolutely.
Huh?
Now you real about that.
So what I did was I pulled on the ancestors here, and I said, how should I negotiate this? And what I did was the company that, one of the companies they had, I negotiated, and I got it, 100%. And I'm looking for folks like us to partner with me in it. Now we can partner with it or we can read about it, pick it.
Now, I'm going to ask the question that everybody's asking, man. The first thing that we think, or the first fear that we have is, or the first thing that comes to our mind is too good to be true.
Is it?
This is what our people suffer from.
It is.
So you're telling me that we have access to this. Now, how do you plan, or how do we plan? Because I'm gonna ride your coattails.
Come on, bro.
How do
when
we
I
plan,
stop, I expect for you to bump
how
into
do
me.
we plan to get this to our people, man?
Okay. So here's a couple of ways, okay? The first thing people can do is they can Google this website. Okay, Nissan don't make cars. They assemble them. They don't make the fender. They have tier 1 providers. Are you tracking with me?
I'm with you.
They don't make the seats.
Right.
Okay? They get a tier 1 provider to make the seat, and then they assemble it. When they pull it out on the other end, it's a Nissan car, right? So the company that I partner with makes a product called Suma Grow. Suma Grow, that's the name of the product. Now I can call it Peter Paul Almond Joy, but why would I do that? And they've been around since 2000, right? You in marketing, why do I do that? My company is Magnolia Soil Enhancers. Really? Yeah, go to the Secretary of State and look it up and see who the owner of that company is, okay? So what I do, what I've been doing forever is I go and I find people that I want to involve in my company. The company that makes the product, okay, and they have a patent on it, it's called BioSoil, okay? You can't go get it because that's not how it works. Look it up. And then you'll see where we come in to make this thing work.
Website. In other words, people, you got to get it out the mud.
Come on
you got
now.
to get it for yourself.
Come on now.
So this website is SUMA. How do you spell
That's
it?
the product.
Okay.
The company is BioSoil.
Soil.
It's in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I ain't got no strings to pull. You call down there, they're gonna tell you to call me. You know, it is what it is. But I bought the rights to this particular product. The product is called Suma Grow. That's the product that we use.
Product
And
is Suma Grow, and the website is BioSoil.
And you'll know where it is because you're in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Gotcha.
So it's just like if Nissan makes cars and I want to be the largest distributor in the state, I'm gonna get a contract with them, right? Now I got Nissans because you can't go to Nissan and buy a car. You can't go up to Nissan up there and buy no car off that lot up there. You gotta go to a what? Distributor.
Right.
So I own my own company. And what I'm trying to do now is make sure our people know so they can get access to that. Instead of us, by the time we get over to it, like it's gone. You can't even get in no more. Ain't that normally how it works?
I got another question.
Come on.
How do you get individuals, because it's a lot of them, and I know them, individuals that are not interested in something like this because they know they will probably be dead before they can benefit from it. This is what I see in our community.
I got you.
And I'm just being real.
I love that.
It's a lot of us that are my age and some younger, some older, that are not interested. Come on, man. They're not interested in it because they're not going to benefit from it.
Well, first thing I'd ask is what does that mean, okay? Let me tell you when I say be dead. This company been around since 2000, okay? I think I sent you some video clips where we dropped off the clients Monday. Did you see that?
Right.
So if a person was involved with me like you are, when I dropped that off, if they invested in our company, they would be starting to get their investment back Friday. Did you hear what I said?
Understood.
So if you invested money and you dead by Friday, I'm gonna give it to your children.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I'm just being real.
I want you to be. That's what I like about you, man. You've always been real.
Have that problem.
They don't want to
They want to benefit from it.
Okay.
They're not interested. And see, that's a problem with our people.
Generational wealth. I know it, man. I know it. That's why we are the generation that the Middle Easterners, they do generational wealth very well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
They'll have a convenience store. Their granddaddy had it.
Right.
Their children got it, and their grandchildren.
Right.
Okay. Asians do that. Okay. Our Caucasian brothers and sisters do it. Hispanics do it. Mine stopped with me. We ain't gonna let that happen with us no more. We quit.
I don't plan to. I know that.
We quit. We quit. So when you say, well, I don't want to invest in it because I might be dead Friday and I invested Monday, you're not the person we're looking for. That ain't hard for me to say.
There it is.
It ain't hard for me to say.
There it is.
Make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And so then what happens, your neighbor does it, right? And then they get a ROI. What in the world is that? A return on investment. You mad. Did you do it to him, Black?
Absolutely not.
I didn't do it. Now take that money and go buy you some land. Because when you get land, that makes you a land what? Lord. Stop it. Why are you laughing?
Hey, it's the way you put it down.
True, bro.
Another question is going to be how much, what do I need to invest?
Okay.
This is a question that comes after the first initial pop-up.
Okay, so here's what's happening. We're looking for two different type things, brother. I've been self-employed since 1993. Black, you weren't even born then. Hey,
All right.
I know Kiki wasn't, okay? She just got here about a week ago.
All right.
So I'm going to say this in all...
I think in 1993, me and her was partying together.
Kiki. Never mind.
Hey, he about to tell your age over here.
Okay, that call need to go away. We still running live, sweetheart? Huh?
Huh?
All right, let it ride. Okay.
Ain't no doubt.
I'm meddling now.
He over here talking about in 1993 we wasn't born. I done told him.
So here's what was happening in 1993. God gave me the green light. Okay? That was the last time I got a check from a job. You hear me?
Right.
I look like I done missed a meal. I ain't slim and good looking as you. Don't climb me down. but this is also what he said. He said, I've never seen the righteous forsaken or a seed bread. So I ain't righteous, but he is.
Right.
I believe that. I'm sold on it. So he's provided everything I needed, just like he did for the birds and the alligators and the possum, squirrels, and everything else. Mm-hmm. So I've never worked a job since then. He's always provided for me and mine, okay? All right? Now, with that being said, we build businesses. We build companies. That's what I do for a living, literally. It's just that this one stopped me in my tracks because it'll help so many people, okay? So it's two ways to get in. You can come in and say, look, I want to be a distributor. I got family in Texas. We want to do something because I just heard that Deion Sanders just bought 5,000 acres in South Texas. Mm-hmm. Did you hear about that? Mm-hmm. What you think he's going to do with that 5,000 acres? You think he's going to be out there shooting pool? No, he's going to feed his family. He's going to grow something. And all we want to do is be able to bring in Suma Grow because it's going to grow it and make it blow up. I'll send you the field trials. Anybody that wants to know about how this works, simply do this. Call him. You mind getting them your number? They can't take.
Holler at me.
Huh?
Most of them already got the number.
They can reach out to you.
Yes, okay? Sir.
You can see the field trials. You can see where Mississippi State University approved this product. Michigan State University. I ain't come up with this now, okay? All right? And guess what right here? It is Omni certified. That's federal government. Don't believe me? Believe Mr. Charlie.
I got to get my first training, so don't y'all call me tomorrow.
So
y'all
when you
wait just a minute and let me get my feet
wet. I'm going to blow him up, y'all. I'm going to have his head big as a watermelon. Hey. And we got some watermelons coming too. So the deal is we're going to have investors that say, hey, I ain't trying to buy the farm. I just need to make my money. See, money's like a lawnmower, bro. Mm-hmm. It need to be working. You need to be cutting grass to be productive.
Man, I got so many questions in my head.
I want you to ask me, and I'm gonna
I'm not gonna ask them all today.
And the next thing is, you might have people say, "I want to be a distributor." Now I'm gonna mess you up. I got a partner. He's in Michigan, and don't need me lying about it. Okay.
Right.
They have a dispensary. Okay. Legal. They take this product and put it on their product. He sent me the videos. I said, man, you can't use all your stuff just for you. He said, but the sugar blocks in it are so high, it makes it taste so much different. Okay? Now, I ain't finna go experiment on it. I'm just telling you. And I can send you his video so you can see for yourself what it does for all products from grass, when you're growing livestock, because you're not cattle, right? Mm-hmm. Normally it take about 2-3 weeks sometime to get your grass up for grazing.
Right.
You see my fingers? How many is that?
Number 4.
4 days we got green up. That means grass coming out the ground.
Come on, Eddie.
Come on out to the ranch, man. When you coming? I didn't invent this stuff, man. See, that's what's good about it. Even though we invent a lot of stuff as people, right? If we say we did it, sometimes my folk don't believe it. Believe the science.
This is what the initial response from our people
I know, be. But that's also why we spend $1 trillion and create what? And own what?
Nothing.
I'm gonna be hard on me now, okay?
I mean, that's
And like I said, the last time I got a check from white, black, blue, green, or polka dot was 1993. So what does that mean? Ain't no quitting none of us, brother, but we got to believe in ourselves. If you can't believe in you, who gonna believe in you, Black?
Man.
Huh? I'm gonna jump over there and ask you. Who you work for? Yourself.
Myself.
Huh?
Always have.
Come on now. If we don't go and take our own stuff in, let me throw this out here to you too, and I'm gonna let you go and do your thing. We have land out there. What I would like to do, my goal, is say for instance you live in town and you say, man, look, I want to grow me some fresh produce. Because this stuff you get from the store, watch this word, grocery store. What does the grocery store grow?
Nothing.
Huh? So what you can do is come out to our ranch, if they contact you, and lease a space. And we would teach you how to grow your own produce. With that product, all organic. And you can grow you some butter beans.
Right here in Mississippi.
Peas, squash.
Right here in Mississippi.
Okra,
right
tomatoes.
Here in Mississippi.
Yeah. And if you ugly, I supplied you some sacks to put on your head. Be quiet over there. But no, I'm just saying,
you
man.
You hear him, don't you?
No, but I'm saying
he showed up.
We have space over there to do that, so we'll lease that plot. Some folk live in apartments, man. They know when they go to Muddy and what their food tastes like.
Well, I mean, we, you know, I'm trying to get them to buy a little land around here too,
Yeah.
you know, so they have a spot to put it in.
Right,
you know,
right. We'll lease some space, man.
Do their stuff, and
yes, sir.
Also some training for agriculture.
We do that too.
And all of it. So you got all of that. You know,
Well,
like I said, people, and I say this in a lot of my videos, and the reason I say it is because we have to keep this momentum going.
You got to.
I have to repeat it to myself. This is the first video of many.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna sit down. I got to sit down with this man and refresh myself. I got to learn from him. Y'all got to learn from me, and I'm gonna get some assistance, some worthy assistance, because I can't do this thing all by myself. And if any of y'all looking for it, man, here I am. So let's get this straight again.
Yes, sir.
Suma
Grow.
Suma Grow.
That's the name of the product.
All right, and bio
soil. That's
soil.
the name of the manufacturer, which really
I said it again.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all make sure y'all study and show yourself approved, and then holler at your boy. Holler at your boy. What else you got for us today, man?
Well, the bottom line, man, is this. If they will reach out to you, I'll send the link to you, which I have already.
Gotcha.
You can send it to them. They ain't even got to look hard. Come on. If I'm going to send you, if you send them a link and they can't hit the button and look it up, that's not the person we're working with.
What else do you need from us, man?
Well, we just need to get the word out, dog.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Because see what's going to happen is, I got a call this morning. No joke, okay? Again, I've been self-employed a long time. God has allowed me to own multiple businesses, okay? See that lady sitting over there in that, that's a cowboy Cadillac now, okay? You know it is, don't you?
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
That ain't no joke now, okay?
I ain't gonna let y'all see it.
Don't do it.
Y'all heard it a little while ago.
Hey, them tomatoes and potatoes and greens right there.
Absolutely.
I had a man that called me this morning and it tickled me what he asked me, okay? Kiki, a man called me because they've seen what we're doing, okay? The first thing come out of his mouth, Kiki, she dragging around, man, you better get your people. I just want you to hear this.
She on the way.
And I don't want to give no figure out. But see, this
hey,
is...
Kiki.
I'm calling my son.
Okay.
Hey,
Don't give
Kiki.
no figures out, but that man called me this morning from Florida.
Yeah.
He's been watching us live. What did he ask me?
How much to buy it?
Flat out.
Yeah.
How many zeros? Don't
Oh Lord.
He-
Wait a minute.
don't say the number now.
I won't say the number, but I'm gonna say over 10 zeros.
If I do that,
Yeah.
we don't need to talk no more, dog. But I ain't helping nobody but myself. And that's not what God got in me, bro. And maybe that's dumb. And you're going to talk to me when we get off there and say,
No,
"Man, you crazy?"
I'm not. No, I
You gonna say, "Man,
wouldn't
what you
do
smoking?"
that. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. You know, that's real. But see, what has happened is we want to leave an inheritance for our children. See, all our children ain't the ones in your house, man. We have to do that. But look, agriculture is where it's at, man.
Oh yeah.
The federal government got the paper. All we got to do is go get it. You can get urban gardens, because a lot of houses in Jackson need to be tore down.
Yep.
Put your urban garden over there, okay? And everybody listening to us got muddy in them, got some acreage out there, ain't doing nothing but bush hogging it and paying taxes on it.
Yep.
No.
Yes,
Get
sir.
you a tax ID number. A what? Get you a farm number. A what? It changes the game like that. Just like that.
We
they
talking
can
about
call
business.
you.
We talking about business, people.
Ooh, this is business, right?
We talking about business, big business. Ain't that right, Kiki?
We talking about big business.
So like I said, people,
I'm for sale.
Suma
Grow.
Grow and buy
Soil.
soil.
But my company is Magnolia, like the state flower, soil enhancers.
And this is my friend, Mr. Eddie Deer.
And I'm excited to be his friend.
Yes, sir.
And if he'll take a
about
picture
from
with me, I'm
long
gonna tell
ago.
people I know you.
Hey, we got it on
No,
video,
we hooked up, man,
man.
around 2019. That's the first time we were at WMPR honoring the great, legendary Mr. Charles.
The man that is almost entirely responsible for my DJ career. He was the first man, and thank God for him. He gave me an opportunity.
Yes.
The first opportunity for radio.
Really?
Yes. 1987, 88,
Wow.
when he was in Tougaloo.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gave me my shot.
Well, I'll
And,
say this, if anybody called me, which they can, okay, because we tied together, my cell phone number, and I ain't scared to put it out here, is 601-278-4801. If you got to ask me a question, I'm going to tell you RAT now. The first man I'm contacting is this gentleman right here, because I want his relationship and my relationship. That's what we have to do. So a lot of times they'll call me and I won't tell it. That's what's wrong with us, man. What they call that? Crab in the shoe?
Crabs in the bucket.
I knew that. I'm just checking. And that's why we don't make them turns, bro. We got to be solid, man. We can do it. Can't we?
Yeah, absolutely, we can. I don't know why we won't, but
This time we going to do it.
and you know what? I'm going to start leaving them questions alone and push forward.
That's my theme song by Hezekiah Walker, moving forward.
Thank you, man.
I'd like to share this last thing. I do a live talk show every Tuesday at 7.
What platform?
It's Eddie Deer. I'm on Facebook. And the show is On Demand Talk. And a lot of information, we do it. And God has blessed us. We got, how many viewers we got, Kiki? Never mind. We got around 40,000 viewers as we sit here in this chair. And all I want to do is have the opportunity to share them with you, my brother.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Let's make it shake, brother.
I'm with it.
Thank you so much.
All right, people. This is the first minute, like I said, man. This is my friend, Mr. Eddie Deer. Y'all heard it first right here on the Too Black, Too Strong Mega Blast. And that's what Mega Blast means. And speaking of that, that's why I made that name up. Well, actually,
I like that.
Tony B, which was a friend of mine in my rap career in the the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
That's where we got that Too Black, Too Strong from, man.
Wow.
And I've
Kept it.
I've coined that, man, and just kept it all of these years. And
Wow.
the Mega Blast part means to put it out there. It's a demand and a reprimand. So I'm gonna teach y'all a little bit of that later on, man.
Learn it,
Don't
man.
don't forget, man. Suma Grow and Bio Soil.
Magnolia Soil Enhancers, that's us here in Mississippi. And we want to be in all of the states. And I want us to be represented strong out of the 601, the 228, and whatever else we got. Let's do it ourselves.
769,
Yeah, let's get that in, man.
662.
Why not? Why can't we do it?
We got a few more other ones out there, but
We do.
we're gonna leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that.
So y'all holler at us. Too Black, Too Strong. We out.